Sports are wonderful. Every year, millions upon millions of individuals engage in sports in one form or another, not only in the United States, but also throughout the entire world. In this amazing video, we will talk about impossible moments in sports. There are numerous sports played around the globe, including basketball, cricket, football, and croquet. Note of the level, there are countless other reasons why people participate in sports. Sports may boost us up and give us a sense of being on top of the world and invincible, if only for a few periods. This is one of the most prevalent reasons why people love sports. There have been several memorable and famous moments in sports since they were first played. It's difficult to choose only 5 of the best sporting moments in history, but the 5 we listed here are for a variety of reasons. The moment must be exceptional to rank among the finest in sports history. It must have inspired a sizable number of people, be an iconic moment in time that will stand on its own for all time, and be a time when people remembered where they were when it happened or when they received the news. We'll share with you my list of the top 5 sporting events in history and the slides that follow. Please feel free to leave a comment and let me know what you feel I missed, what do you think I hit the mark on, and anything else. Number 5. Jackie Robinson breaks the color barrier. Even though it didn't result in a game-winning goal or a championship victory, this moment nevertheless ranks among the most important ones in the annals of not just Major League Baseball, but also of sports in general. Jackie Robinson made his Major League debut with the Brooklyn Dodgers on April 15, 1947. In the process, Robinson also broke the color barrier and became the first African-American player to play in the major leagues, putting an end to the baseball segregation. On that day, Robinson made his debut in front of 26,623 spectators, the majority of whom were African American. Leo DeRuyter, the manager of the Dodgers, defended Robinson when some of his colleagues declared they would prefer to sit than play with a black guy, saying, "It doesn't matter if the man is yellow or black, or if he has zebra-like stripes. As the team's manager, I declare that he should play." Since Robinson made his MLB debut more than 60 years ago, African Americans have become more common in all types of sports, not just MLB. There's no denying that Jackie Robinson shattered the color barrier in the baseball and ultimately all sports when other leagues followed his lead. Number 4. Jesse Owens wins 2 of 5 gold medals at the 1936 Olympics. Jesse Owens, an American track and field athlete, won the gold medal at the 1936 Olympics in Berlin, Germany. As a member of the American quarter that won 4x100-meter relay and won gold medals in 100 and 200-meter runs, long jump, and other events, Owens also earned gold in those events. But why was Owens' performance so legendary? Well, Owens not only disproved the Aryan myth while overwhelming the rest of the world's top athletes, he was also an African American. Hitler, utilized the 1936 Olympics to demonstrate the revival of the Nazi Germany. Because Aryans were viewed as the superior race by Hitler and the Nazi propaganda, African Americans were seen as inferior. By winning 4 gold medals in the 1936 Olympics, Owens disproved this school of thought and paved the path for the African American athletes to not only complete but also excel in sports. Fun fact, when Adi Dassler, the creator of the Adidas Athletics, persuaded Owens to wear his shoes, Owens became the first male African American athlete to get sponsorship. Number 3. Michael Jordan's last shot while wearing a Bulls jersey. The Chicago Bulls trailed the Utah Jazz in the last minute of the Game 6 of the 1998 NBA Finals. The Bulls needed a big play to win the game because they were behind 86 for 85 with less than 30 seconds remaining and the Jazz in possession of the ball. With the Bulls in need of a point, Michael Jordan snatched the ball from the Jazz forward Karl Malone and moved to the other end of the floor. With less than 10 seconds left, Jordan drove to the top of the key, pushed defender Brian Russell away with a crossover, then sank a mid-range jumper to give the Bulls a narrow 87-86 lead against the Jazz. Jordan's shot proved to be the game's deciding shot, as the Bulls went on to win Game 6 and capture their 6th NBA championship in 8 years, since the Jazz were unable to respond. Jordan's career was filled with a lot of famous and memorable plays. But why did this one stand out? Jordan's 6th NBA championship was first and foremost secured by this shot. Jordan made this shot as his final attempt while donning a Chicago Bulls uniform, and it was only natural that Air Jordan ended on a winning note. As you might expect, the greatest athlete to ever live, Michael Jordan, made one of the most iconic and crucial shots in basketball history. Number 2. Hank Aaron breaks Babe Ruth's home run record. On April 8, 1974, hammering Hank Aaron blasted home run number 715 into the left center, shattering Babe Ruth's previous record of 714 home runs. Aaron received repeated death threats from people who did not want to see a black man break a record held by a white man, especially one as prestigious and significant as the all-time home run record in the Major League Baseball. Aaron finished the 1973 season with 713 home runs and was concerned that he wouldn't live to see the 1974 campaign. Fortunately, Aaron survived to witness the 1974 campaign and set the record for most home runs in front of the 53,775 spectators in Atlanta. Only 27 years had passed since the Jackie Robinson became the first African American to play professional baseball, and he was already the proud owner of what's arguably the most successful record in baseball, if not all of the sports. With this achievement, Hank Aaron broke the all-time home run record and raised the bar for the African Americans in sports. Number 1. Miracle on Ice. The 1980 Miracle on Ice was, quite simply, both the greatest sporting event and the greatest upset in the history of the game. The USSR Olympic hockey team, which had won the gold medal in the 1964, 1968, 1972, and 1976, was no match for the outstanding collegiate players that made up the US hockey team, or so we believed. Only a few months before this game, the USSR squad defeated the American team 10-3, demonstrating the Soviet superiority over the Americans. The American team, however, demonstrated how far they had come by defeating the opposition this time by a score of 4-3, finishing off the greatest upset in sports history and the greatest moment in sports. The ultimate David versus Goliath matchup occurred in this game. The Olympic victory against the Soviet Union was something that Americans could finally celebrate and embrace, since it was something that was greatly needed for a nation that was economically struggling at the time like the United States. The US team concluded this Cinderella tale by defeating Finland in their subsequent match and winning the 1980 Olympic gold medal. You won't find a more uplifting, inspirational, or memorable moment in sporting history than this. Side note, the fact that Al Michaels is the one placing the call in the video above makes this situation much better. So here's the end of this video. Do you feel it interesting? Give your feedback in the comments section and subscribe to our YouTube channel.